Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Wordle with Art. Today we're going to solve Wordle number 719 for Thursday, June 8. We have some super exciting news to report regarding the team results. A particular team who I know was just slightly underperforming has now finally risen to the equation. And on top of that, some exciting penalties had to be induced. That's not a good thing, but it does make it exciting when we look at the final tally as of June 6, which will take into account the word scout. Okay, guys, but before we get to all that excitement, we have to see how Art's going to do on today's word. Now, let's put Slate in, okay? And, shoot, this is like my least favorite scenario. Darn it. All right. So we have nothing. And I think the best optimal word we go with would be crony. I mean, those are solid letters. And, although I could do like a U and an I as well, I think that this is good because that Y is nasty and there's tons of words that end it. And I think the key is you just want to kind of like get that out of the way as fast as possible. All right, so let's see how crony does, right? Not bad. Not bad, though the CR, there's a lot of them. There are a lot of CRs. All right, now let me throw in a little teaser here. I was watching Scott's channel, and he seems to have detected a pattern, which seems to have resonated pretty well. So since June 1st, it's kind of gone like hard, easy, hard, easy, hard, easy, right? I think June 1st was that crazy jazzy, and then it softened a little bit. I think it was humid. Then it went right back up. Was it something like was that when we had, that's then we had nanny, and then it went down again. So I believe if that trend is correct, since yesterday was hater, and I do think that was hard because it just didn't seem likely that she would put that word in there. And secondly, it's a nasty ER trap. I guess today might be a little bit easier. So I'm going to just sort of like not overthink this and see what we could get. Now I do see this word, a crick. I think a crick is just like a muscle spasm, something like that. So that is a possibility. But we have to look at some other stuff. We have to have a vowel. Now the only ones available are I and U. So let's just continue to look at the I here. So we have crick. We have had crimp, okay, when you crimp some wire. We have had that. Okay, let me just keep that I there. So we've got that crick. And we can rule out crimp. I'm just being really careful here. I don't really see anything else. No. So if all goes well and I don't see anything with the U, then we're going to go with crick, which actually is, I guess the word itself is not too easy, but I don't think it will be too hard to get. It doesn't seem too trappy. So now we're going to see what's up with the CRU. Oh boy. Crumb. We haven't had crumb. I would say crumb is far superior to crick. Yeah. So crumb is good. I like that a lot. And then there's also crump. I think that's like the sound made from like a loud explosion. But I like crumb a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, I think we should just deliver here, guys, right? I mean, I don't see this being like too much of a trap. There's no need to do a filler word here. I think we just got to go straight for the 3. I'm definitely due, right? I'm definitely due. So we're going to go with crumb. And we got it. Whew, not bad. Not bad at all, okay? That's the way I like to play this game. That's the way I like to play this game. You know, just a nice, sweet little solve, even though I was extremely nervous with getting no hits off of Slate, because that Slate-Crony combo can get into a little, kind of like a little snare of nasty tough little words. But we got it, and we didn't overthink it. And by the way, hey, credit to Scott. I think his observation may have held true, and we'll see how long it goes for. So that means that for tomorrow's word, guys, we should expect, another backbreaker. But yeah, I'll take Crumb in 3 for sure. That should do well for Team Few. All right, guys. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the results. Let's dismiss this little Wordle screen and take a look at some very interesting, flavorful results. I think you guys are going to like this. All right. So June 6th word was the word scout. And I would like to offer to you guys the following scouting report. Team SNAFU delivered. I knew they would. They have some amazing players. And boy, I mean, they delivered in spades. They're average, okay? And I have to give them credit. They have fantastic team participation. As you can see, they were only missed one player. Their average was a miraculous 3.38, which just blows the other 3 teams, and sadly us, Team Few, completely out of the water. I mean, that is just incredible. Almost a full point difference between SNAFU and Few. Oof, ouch. But yeah, I mean, look at those results. 2 2s, a lot of 3s, and some 4s, which I thought was very respectable for Scout because, there's tons of S words and you can get into a little bit of a trap. Okay. Speaking of which, ER Trap came in second, but it was tied with Guano, okay, with a 3.82. And then finally, sadly, Few came in last. This is our first last place result, guys. Technically, we're really coming in third because, there were 2 seconds, so they tied. So that leaves us in third place. But yeah, sadly, those 3 6s did us in. In any case, that's how things played out. But sadly, okay, and if anything, maybe it makes it more interesting, we have to deduct a couple points. Can you believe it? We have to deduct a couple points from Team ER Trap and Team Guano. Why? Because do you see? I have that little black line that shows the threshold of team participation, and that means that if you're below it, you have at least 12 players. Sadly, ER Trap and Guano both missed a player. They only had 11 players, and as you can see in the final row, we're going to take 2 points off, and that's going to be reflected in the final update, which we're going to show right now. So let's go ahead and take a peek at that. And as you can see, the total team scores as of June 6th are as follows. And again, this takes into account those annoying penalties. So guys, try not to incur too many of them. ER Trap, sadly, is last with a total of 6. And again, those 2 deductions didn't help, that's for sure. SNAFU is making a little bit of a comeback. They're at 11. Few, we're still holding on despite a terrible performance today and losing. No, we didn't lose 2 points. That's correct, yeah. So our participation was fine. But yeah, despite kind of like a rough result today, we're still at 19. Not bad, right, guys? So we've got this. We've got this. And Guano, and we're actually kind of closing in a little bit on Guano, and they're at 22, okay? So there you have it. Not a bad result at all for today. It's getting pretty exciting. And all I can say is just, guys, please make sure that you get those results in on time. I am still giving a 2-day lag, which I think is very generous. But if you post your result a day after, like I'm doing this video, I'm not going to take that result into account and try to backtrack and figure anything out. That's not going to work. I think 2 days is extremely generous. So yeah, just as soon as you find out how you did, just go straight to Art's Wordle video, punch in your results, and I will, as always, faithfully do the calculations, give you the results, show you the spreadsheet, and we'll just move on for another day. So there you have it, guys. Finally, a decent result from Art. I do hope that it'll help Team Few. I feel like the Slaters, who know to go with Crony next, should get this in 3, okay? But it's crucial to do Crony, okay? And especially in this case, it pretty much locks it in. All right, guys. Well, with that in mind, I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another edition of Wordle with Art.